Welcome back. God bless. Hope y'all beautiful people are doing well. Dude, in this video, I have a really good one because Pokey kind of came out with this video. So look, when I made this video, everyone thought I was wrong. However, since Pokey said it, all of a sudden I don't look too bad. So let's go over in this video on why I'm going over this whole problem that happened in the Pokemon Center of Singapore. So, as you can see here, there's an important notice regarding the sale of the Pokemon TCG product from the Pokemon Center Singapore from the 13th of March of 2025 onwards. Pokemon Center Singapore will be removing the outer plastic on all Pokemon TCG products before fulfillment. Please be assured that the internal content in all the products will remain in original unused condition. So, that literally means they're opening up your product in a sense. Obviously, it's not the packs, as they're saying. However, that's terrible. Now, I'm going to explain to you why. I'm going to also explain to you what other people told me that I cannot believe people told me. If you want to buy a product that is below market, including packs, graded cards, or just singles, check out Matrix Collects. It's in the description below. This is the small business that I've been running. So, the number one thing is that obviously they're removing the whole point of the product. Like, the whole point of the product is the customer opens it. So, they're taking out half of the whole product, which is insane. And this is, I'm assuming, for booster boxes. I'm assuming this, is this for collection boxes too? Like, for one, it's not too clear, but for two, this is awful. Because look, let me make it fully clear that we can't trust people nowadays. Let's keep it a buck. It doesn't matter who it is. Yes, it's the Pokemon company, but there's always bad apples out there. Who knows if you genuinely might get your stuff from the Pokemon Center and it's actually open, like the packs themselves. That, I think, opening, that is terrible. That doesn't, but I will say, someone commented, like, to rebuttal of what I was saying. I'm like, why are they opening up our stuff? And the one thing I got the most was that this is going to save scalping, which is the dumbest thing possible, because Pokey said it perfectly. I'm not going to play his video. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. But his biggest thing is that he actually calls out what the problem is. And it's not little Timmy, Bobby, whatever, going to Costco, getting the water blooming collection box and throwing hands. Yes, that is kind of an issue. But what Pokemon doesn't realize, or it's not that they don't realize, it's that they don't care. Look, MJ Holding Company, I don't know if y'all know them or not, they're some of the biggest distributors in the world. What they are doing is they opened up in a different name on Walmart. And now they're selling it at market price at Walmart. So they're directly getting product from distributors, right? Or from Pokemon, sorry. And they're distributing it on a different name on the Walmart. Which is terrible. Like, does that not make sense to you on how bad that is? So, and that's not the only one. I'm not calling out just MJ Holding Company. There's many, many different distributors that are selling way higher. Pokemon isn't selling to distributors at higher prices. It's the distributors that are just begging for more money, sucking up the money so much that they are now giving it to all these sellers at a way higher price. And now these sellers have to make a profit, of course. So now these sellers have to sell it at a higher price. So to people that think that scalping is because of people going into stores and buying up boxes is simply not the case. It's something way higher than that. And if you can't understand that, then this is not the video for you. But why this is a problem. Look, I am a seal collector and I'm not a scalper. Look, I have a website. But if you actually look at my website, all of my stuff is below market price. Every single thing I have on this store, cards, singles, all that, are below market price or just about there, if not like 20 cents lower. All my prices are lower. I'm not a scalper, but I buy stuff from stores at times. I'm a small business. That's how it is. But like, this is where it starts to get to a problem. If this becomes the normal, and yes, this is Singapore. Yes, this is in the US yet. However, if this happens to happen in one place and it works out good in the Pokemon company's eyes, they can very well do this for any other time in the future. Why does that cause a problem? Because now there could be new sellers, and Pokey brought this up as well, that there could be now new sellers that say, oh, this product is supposed to be open like this. This is a normal thing. And it ended up being a scam. Does that make sense? You can never trust anyone nowadays, and it makes it so much more like dangerously worse for any other new buyer. Because now they're maybe reading this being like, oh, it's supposed to be open. That's a normal thing. When in the meantime, it's not supposed to be. So removing the plastic wrap was honestly, no offense to Pokemon, but definitely the dumbest thing they could have done. This saves nothing. Like, the Pokemon Center can't even run their own website for one without all of it getting bought out from bots. And now they think this plastic wrap's gonna do something. It's not. People are still going to resell. The problem isn't a couple people buying out. It really, like, yes, it's kind of an issue. Like, I get that. Like, I'm not trying to overblow that. The big issue is distributors, and Pokemon Center at the moment, or Pokemon at the moment, does not care. Because if they did care, they'd regulate more rules, and they'd make it so these distributors can't have this much power. It's almost like these distributors have more power than actual Pokemon themselves. It's insane. Like, if you genuinely look at it, if you take 5 minutes to do a little bit of research, you'll actually understand. It blows my mind. And granted, the people that buy out those vending machines and stuff like that, yes, they're weird. And people are getting called out for that. Some dude got arrested for it. Like, by trying to bypass the whole limit to buying. Like, the buyers, look, this is the thing. For people that are selling product, they're doing pretty good. Like, they can only do so much. Again, I'm a seller as well. I'm in the worst scenario possible because I'm trying to sell a little bit below market, but I still look like I'm scalping prices even though I'm selling below market because the market is so high because the distributors want to sell it to us so high that we have to still try and make a profit, so we still have to sell it at a high price. How insane does that sound? That Pokemon's at a point to where you genuinely have to sell at a really weird price that's not normally seen. So now you look like the bad guy, but at the end of the day, it's honestly both on the Pokemon Company and distributors. Because for one, the Pokemon Company still needs to print more, but I mean, that's the whole thing itself, because the Pokemon Company doesn't print themselves. They have a whole different company to print it. So Pokemon, in order to reprint something, takes a very, very long time. That's why reprints take a long time. But it sucks that it's a lot of the sellers that now have to deal with all this backlash, including myself. I've never seen so much backlash in my entire life from doing something and doing it correctly. Like, I'm doing everything I possibly can correctly when it comes to selling, especially trying to be at the best price possible. But it just won't ever be enough, won't look good simply because of Pokemon not taking the right steps at the moment. And this is the thing. It's like, Pokemon has never been as big as it is before. So Pokemon is trying to do these new things that haven't been done before, with this being one of them. Now, poor Singapore, I actually feel bad for the people buying this stuff because, again, when you buy from the Pokemon Center, a lot of times this is where you can get a legit booster box 100%. So now, a lot of people don't understand that there is sealed collectors out there. That was another thing. People genuinely don't understand there is such thing as sealed collectors. Like, yes, someone said the whole point of buying packs is to open them. Not necessarily. Like, I guess, yes, that can be looked at it from most perspective, but, like, I say this because there's genuinely a lot of people out there that just want to collect a sealed product. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like, some people actually have the patience to keep it sealed. So that blew my mind as well. I'm like, what do you mean they're meant to open? Like, there's nothing wrong with holding on to it too, just to hold on to it. Like I said, I have my own sealed collection without even trying to sell it. Like, that's just me. Like, I've been doing that for years. I've been holding on to stuff for years because I like to. Like, that was crazy. But, like, this whole plastic wrap thing, and again, it's just Singapore. But again, if Pokemon sees this as a good thing, then they're going to keep doing this, which is not a good idea. Because now ETBs, Elite Trainer Boxes, are not going to plummet. But this is what makes it worse. Because Pokemon said it best, and I'm going to rephrase what he was saying. That, let's say, for example, the Pokemon Center does this for when the new Journey Together box drops, right? This box already is $180 to $200 a box. Disgusting. You know why? Because they used to be $95 to $100 booster boxes back in the XY era. That, like, just to put into perspective, like, that's awful. But $200 for a box that just drops. That sucks. But what makes it worse is if they do this to where on the Pokemon Center that the wrap is already open, the folks that already have the sealed boxes, like Pokemon, he's going to have 1,000 sealed boxes, as he said in his video. That price of the sealed box is now going to triple in price. That's now not only did the distributor have the customers by the balls, as Pokemon said, so does the seller. Now the seller that has the sealed product can now sell it for $400 a box. You know, Pokemon is not meant to have these high of margins. I say this all the time. Pokemon, like, my product that I'm going to sell at, my margins are so low. But, like, it's just because the love of the game. Like, you don't do Pokemon to get these crazy margins. These people, these shoe collectors or these shoes flippers pull up here, are able to do these resells because they realize that Pokemon's in such a bad place right now to where they're able to get these crazy profit margins. If you're watching this as a seller, dude, if you're selling Pokemon cards, you're not meant to make this 500+% profit. That's not normal. Like, these buyouts are a very new thing. These booster box prices are a very new thing. If you're a new collector, bro, the place where Pokemon's at now compared to what it was like 6 years ago is absolutely mind-blowing. If you saw Pokemon 6 years ago, you'd be mind-blown. Because, I mean, technically, this all started because Ultra Prism was short-printed, Lost Thunder was short-printed, and so was Team Up. If you genuinely know Pokemon back then, you would know that'd be the case. But before that, like, Crimson Invasion was printed like crazy. Shining Legends used to not be expensive. Then we had Evolutions that... Everyone used to hate Evolutions. It's crazy. Everyone used to hate Evolutions, which I find hilarious. I used to love it. I remember when it first came out, I bought 3 packs from GameStop. I pulled the Mega Charizard, and I pulled the Mega Blastoise as well. It was a great box. That's like Evolution is $1,000 a box. Dude, people used to hate this, and people look. This used to be a $90 to $100 box. The cheapest I've ever got this box was $93 off of Amazon, and that's when Amazon wasn't sketchy. And that's what's crazy. Amazon used to not be sketchy. Now it is. Like, it's crazy. Now it's over $1,000 a box. Crazy. Breakpoint, like, dirt cheap. Roaring Skies. This is the thing. Pokemon used to do. Look, I'm gonna show you Roaring Skies. I'm gonna show you why Roaring Skies is such a significant thing to talk about. That's insane. Why is that a $185 card? So this box is now $1,000. So what this box did, I can't show the graph because it's gonna be too far back. So this box in specific, they had a very, very playable card in this set called the Shaman EX. And the reason that this card was so popular was because of its setup ability. Now, this ability was very popular in the Pokemon card trading, or the whole game, you know what I mean? So this used to be a very popular card. This card went up to $60. Everyone complained. So what the Pokemon card company did was they reprinted the absolute dog out of this set. So instead of this box being up to $300, it went all the way back down to $90. Which making the Shaman card plummet to like $9 instead of the normal $50 that it was at. So Pokemon back then had a really good flow of process, and like they understood how to just plummet the market to where this wasn't getting in words scalped. So this box obviously now is $1,000 because it's very, very old, but Pokemon did this back in the day to where they'd absolutely print the set and then it'd go down. We're at a weird spot to where Pokemon has never been in this scenario to where, let's look up Journey Together. Golly, I don't know how to spell for nothing. But we're at a point where this is pre-sale price, $240. That is, I'm telling you, this has never happened. This never happened in 2019. This would never be the case. You know what I mean? And again, it's for multiple reasons. Like, yes, there is that 5% of people that buy out stores. But, again, well, this is the thing. Stores don't even get that much. That's the thing. The stores don't get as much as distributors do. If you actually know about distributors get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxes that they have to obviously distribute to other sellers. So, the fact that this is $240, the highest price so far has been $245. This is $240 a box. Now, to keep it honest, what most distributors are I'm not gonna say supposed to. Actually, yeah, what distributors are supposed to sell them at, because this is what the prices used to be at. It was like $105.95. Again, if you look up Danny Phantom, look, I'll show you Danny Phantom's channel. Danny Phantom has videos from all the way back in the day. What the heck? Has videos from? Are we serious?
Ooh, there's
Yo, you are loud. If you see Danny Phantom videos from back in the day, he's openly talked about the fact that booster boxes used to be only $80, $90. That's crazy. Like, the margin only used to be like $1 to $2 per booster box. He'd lose some at times. So this is just an example of Danny Phantom's been in the game for a long time, and that's how I know this info. Is that people that have been in the game for a very, very long time talk about all this stuff. So I've been able to learn all this knowledge for the fact that booster boxes used to be mad cheap. So now this is the case, and the reason that it's $250 a box is because Pokemon isn't putting any rules and regulation on distributors, and distributors are quite literally sucking you guys out of money. Like, I'm just gonna keep it honest. It's the distributors that are the biggest problem, and Pokemon too. And this is the thing. Look, there's sellers out there that are also trying to do some bad things. Like, there's probably sellers out here trying to sell for $300, which obviously isn't good. So yes, there could be the case of you have to blame the seller too. But look, if you look at the real issue, the realest issue out of all of this is the fact that Pokemon is trying to do something like this, removing the plastic wrap, when that's never the problem. And I genuinely think, I think the Pokemon card company knows this. If they don't know this, then I'm not gonna say they know this. Let's be for real. They know this is an issue. They're doing this. I don't know why. Genuinely, I cannot put a single thought in my mind to why I think the Pokemon company is gonna try and remove the outer plastic instead of actually trying to make good regulation. If they made decent regulation and made it so you can only buy 1 to 2 products at stores, that'd solve 99% of the problems. In my genuine opinion, I think if they put actual regulation, legal regulation on some of this stuff, it'd be better. Because I will say, on top of this, there's people, look, this comes out the 28th, there's people already opening this box early. Some folks illegally open this. And it doesn't seem, unless it's privately done, doesn't seem like there's much legal action in this illegal doing. Because there's people that get these boxes way too early, sell it way too early, which is illegal. You can't. This is a pre-sale item. You cannot sell this item before this date. It is, I feel like I'm trying to talk to people that I feel like some of y'all won't understand. Hopefully I can get to the people that will understand this. Because I try my best to like try to make it broad, but I feel like sometimes I talk too fast and too passionate. But look, when you get a product, what Pokemon does is you can get this product, right? But you can't sell it before this certain date, and that's for everybody. Some people break the rules, and obviously some people get in trouble to where they, can't get a distributor anymore, or I don't know if people can lose their business license over it, but Pokemon Company has a rule to where you cannot sell a box or a certain box that hasn't came out yet at a certain date. That's been like that for many, many, many years. Unfortunately, we're at a point where everyone likes to break rules. Everyone likes to jump the gun. So I will say this, Pokemon's in a weird spot nowadays to where it doesn't seem like it's as much an issue as it used to be. Because back in the day, if you sold a box that early, it just wouldn't happen. Like, it's so, I don't understand nowadays of the fact, if anyone's like an actual distributor or like an actual like bigger business, please let me know. Because back in the day, it used to be a huge issue if you sold stuff early. Now people sell stuff way too early. So curious what that it's about. When Fusion, like, I knew when Pokemon was in the absolute slumps when this photo came out. This is a photo of, let's see, can I put this up here? Of all these cards being stolen. $700 card right there, $400 card right there, $200 card right there, right? This is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of cards stolen. Like this right here, this kind of showed me how cooked the Pokemon Company was. How does someone get away with this, And this wasn't, by the way, really responded, in my personal opinion, correctly from the Pokemon Company. But at the same time, how do you respond to something so out of control? Like that, that's so stupid how that can happen. So this is why I say this. Oh, where'd it go? The plastic wrap, that's the stupidest idea ever. Why? Because this is an inside job. Like, use your brain. Look, if you use your brain, you realize that this was an inside job, right? So you expect us to buy this plastic wrap, right? From an inside job that this happened. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Hey, hopefully this video kind of gives you a heads up of this is what's happening in Singapore. Could this happen potentially in the US? Absolutely. Now, what am I saying to bring this up is that, look, if you want to rip packs, do not spend this much. Look, the way to buy packs at the best value is, look, divide this by 36. That's what the value of this pack is, right? realistically, this is how much you get per pack, right? So if I did 240 divided by 36, you're getting this for $6.66 per pack, right? So your goal is to try and find a place where you can get it below $6.66. So before you try and buy a product, just try and do the math and see how you can get your best pack per price. Now, if you're wondering, is Matrix Collects going to get this journey together? Look, I try my best to get product, you know what I mean? I only have so much. Again, I'm a small business, so I will probably not have Journey Together. If I do have Journey Together, I'm fine with losing money to sell some of the packs because I'm not going to be a weirdo and sell it for $250. So y'all can let me know in the comments what you think of some of the scenarios and what I talked about. Hopefully this message kind of resonates to you in some aspect. If you have a different opinion, that's cool. Let's be civil in the comments below. The last thing I want to do is read comments of you guys tweaking out. So God bless. See you on the next one.